So let's see what we've got on the way for Keen. Then we actually have the third command center, so we're going to see a 3cc opener. We've got a Hellions as well. Starport, and we'll see if the tech lab's going to be made or not. It doesn't look like that is. I wonder if this is going to be Hellbats. Hellbat related, maybe. Okay, well, we do have the tech lab on the way, so less of a sign that it is going to be Hellbats, but we'll have a look a little bit later to see what Keen decides to go into here. Solar just getting his economy on the way, going for the standard zero gas play right now. I say zero gas, one gas kind of being mined. It looks like economy is going to be prioritized right now. We're actually going to see Cloak researched for Keen. So it looks like it's going to be a Banshee Hellion opener, which is really cool. These Hellions already trying to get a little bit of a poke. I'm going to confirm that there's a third base here for Solar. Dylan's just going to poke around a little bit more now. And what do we have? It's spotted links coming now. I'm going to confirm exactly where these aliens are. Actually, the Overlord does that for them. There's a Viking here as well, just trying to take out a few Overlords. Actually, I thought it was 2 Vikings then. It's just some visuals playing with me there. Overlord gets taken out. Let's have a look to see what we got going on the way. We've got Stim on the way, so it looks like it's going to be a bio game for Keen. Third CC now finished, can get set up in its position. I'm going to see a Hellion drop into the main base. Actually, this is now the third game that we've seen in a Hellion drop. Really interesting, actually. We actually got 4 Hellions as well going into the third base location at exactly the same time. So damage going to get done on this third base now. A few workers go down. Actually, the response for Solar is going to go straight for the main, but 8 drones go down in total. Maybe a little bit more, actually. Look at this. Wow, getting a clump of those drones. 14, 15 in total. Massive damage in the early stages of this best of 3. Very well done there by Keen, taking out so many of those drones and actually surviving with all Hellions but 1. Only 1 Hellion went down for that, so that's insane value. 16 drones in total, and look how many units Keen, well, hasn't lost, I guess. Only 3 units. Incredible play so far. I don't think Solar will be very happy with that, as now has to go into a very defensive position to get this economy underway again. You can see that the third is now really under-droned and, yeah, needs to be in a good position to be able to get the units out and pumping a bit later. Going to delay a lot more of that aggression. So, yeah, Keen doing a very good job at keeping his opponent at bay. And not only that, you're also keeping the creep back a little bit, and, the Queens have to defend, so they can't spread the creep. So overall map pressure does drop quite a lot. And with the Viking pressure on the Overlords as well, means that vision's going to be a lot less for Solar as well. So yeah, really well done. And I think if you're in a ZVT, it's probably one of the best positions that you can be in. But I don't think Keen's seen the Spire actually. So may not be in a position to deal with that. Now Mutalisks coming out. We actually have, I think, about 10 Mutalisks out on the field. This bio is going to push out into the third base location here. There are 5 Queens here to defend. Some Banelings on the back line as well. There's not that much for Keen here. Wonder where those Mutalisks are. So they're flying around in the third base location here. Going to get pulled back to defend this as well. Queen's doing a good job at protecting against this. But yeah, the Hellbat's protecting against the Lings there. But the bio does fall off there. I think all of this army for Keen is going to go down. You're going to see the siege tank go down as well. But look, these Queens are still alive as well. That's very well done there by Solar to do that. There's going to be a drop into the main. Maybe not right now. Was planning on it, but going to back up. back up for now. But +1/+1 is now finished up for Keen, and it looks like Solar's only just started his. So, yeah, upgrade's really not in the advantage of Solar right now. I think Keen is in a good position to take an engagement a bit later on. And now mining off of 3 bases as well. Oh no, the drop got caught out there on the bottom right side of the map. Interesting to see Solar come off a creep that far. Try and catch that out, and does so. Very nicely done there by Solar. Finding a little bit more advantages over time, like finding a little bit more leads. Anything really helps right now. A really rocky start to this game for Solar. Seems to be pulled back a little bit. Fight for vision around here, but yeah, once Mutalisks are out, it's really hard for the Terran to actually get a little bit more of that map presence. So yeah, these Mutalisks now just flying around trying to get some damage done. Not going to find much quite yet. Now Keen's going to move up to the north side of the map. Check out that spot a Ling. I think I mean, Solar knows where he is now, so I think he's going to decide to go somewhere else. But the Mutalisk flock are going to fly down. I get caught out by that Marine pack as well. So yeah, really nicely defended here by Keen. These Mutalisks are flying around, trying to score a bit more vision. Going to see the Terran army pushing in onto creep. There's so much Banelings, like Ling Bane here as well. So there's quite a lot of bio too, but not nearly as much like Banelings that could probably trade with this right now. I mean, there are a few Widowmines that might be able to trade quite well, but it looks like the Mutalisks are going to try and just check see there's a 4 base up running. It looks like Keen wants to take that base very shortly. It's going to go down here. Go push for Keen on 2 fronts here on the north side as well. Baneling's going to get some connections there. And then Keen is now just trying to take a fight, but there's just so many Banelings here. And also there's really close to creep as well. Looks like he's doing quite a good job on the north side of the map. Might be able to get some damage done onto that base. Keep up the pressure. Looks like Solar has split up his army quite nicely here to deal with this pressure that Keen's putting on. Some reinforcements going south now, but this north push is going to get cleaned up here. Mutalisks doing a very good job at taking out a lot of that, a lot of the pressure from taking out medevacs and all that kind of thing. But the reinforcements are actually very, very high here for Keen. He's going to take out a base in a really nice push. Just saw which side had less reinforcements. Decided to go in with that one. Mutalisks are going to get damage done on the other side of the map, though. Wow, huge Baneling run by. It's kind of a run by. I mean, they are running or rolling into the army of Keen there, taking out quite a lot of the bio. So I think a lot of the meat of this army is now gone, but I mean, there's still some left over here. And there's a Thor as well, so it's not exactly like you can run in with the Mutalisks so easily. And we go. The Thor now switching target to the Mutalisks. Actually going to take out quite a lot of those Mutalisks. Massive splash damage. I think 3 go down in total there. The 8 drones are now down. Oh, and the Widowmine follow-up as well. Ooh, and Keen is just keeping up the pressure on all fronts now. Rallying over and over and over. So many Widowmines here for Keen. And this is actually quite a nice bio clump. I feel like Solar's running out of steam as Keen just keeps up the pressure. GG's cool. Keen takes game number 1 and a really, really nice display there. Just keeping up the pressure over and over. And the harassment from early on really paying off there. Down here on the bottom right side of the map, we have our Terran player in red, going 1-0 up on Solar with that amazing early harassment and following up with non-stop pressure over and over just to whittle down that Zerg. It is none other than Keen. On the top left side of the map, I think he's looking very strong overall, just not getting off to a good start in that last game. So let's see if he can make things a little bit stronger for himself. It is Solar. Alright then, guys. You'll see the hatch first. Very standard stuff. I'm looking for anything a little bit naughty here for Solar. Just in 1-0 down, I wanted to do something maybe a little bit more aggressive. Might be quite nice to try and secure a little bit more of a firm grasp on this best of 3. Welcome at home, guys. This is Ignition into the Alpha X, and we have some really good games here for you today. We got Ryung, Trap, Solar, and Keen fighting it out in Group A on this first day. We've already seen some pretty crazy games. This is our second best of 3, so after this has happened, the 2 winners will play it out. So that'll be Trap versus the winner of this series. So yeah, stick around to see our strong players fight it out very shortly. From side, typically Terran map in a lot of ways. You have a little bit more siege locations like this, but over time I feel like Zergs are getting quite used to maps like this. On a personal level, I always find it hard that if you get your third blocked, you have to go down here. This is a really awkward third for Zerg, and this is quite a nice safe third for Terran to hold because you've got 2 choke points to hold against Zerg here, and if you need to rally, like if you need to split push, then you have to think about it well in advance because you've got so much ground to cover to push this third base location. So yeah. I always find that the Terrans can play quite well on this map. Got quite a lot of terrain to play with. So Reaper actually going to go down quite early in this round. I think he hasn't even secured the fact that it is going to be a third base. It doesn't know if it's going to be a 2 base at any point at the moment. So yeah, I feel like Scylla has quite a lot of freedom to do what he likes right now. Go into whatever strategy he wants and try and take Keen off guard. But see what happens. Keen going to go for the 4 Hellions now. Might see Banshees again, potentially with that tech lab there, but we're going to see Viking first. We're going to go down. It's a little bit of harassment here for Keen so far. Nothing nearly as aggressive by the looks of it as last game. And we see the Viking first. I think the medevac came... Maybe the medevac came second last game. I think it did, actually. It came a little bit later than what we saw in the games previously. But I mean, why would you get a tech lab if you're going to get a medevac? Like, so I think this is going to be something completely different. So we're trying to get a scout on. Not actually going to see anything, unfortunately. And the Hellion is now... Yeah, the Hellion's actually being repelled quite well. So I don't know if this is anyone's game right now. There's been no major harassment so far. I mean, there are 5 Hellions now. There's actually going to be 2 more on the way. Oh, and how did this actually... Didn't even notice there's a fusion core on the way. I need to keep an eye on the production tab, guys. Like, check that out. Battle Cruiser! Really exciting stuff. I mean, there's so many Hellions as well. Oh. What is this lag, man? Well, yeah, the Hellions are here now, pushing down. Setting up just outside. Get a little bit of damage done on the creep. They're keeping this front area of creep really at bay. Oh, actually taking another consumer out. This is getting so annoying. Oh, man. A lot of energy on those queens are going to waste right now. But yeah, we're going to see the battle cruiser as well.
Game paused.
It looks like one of the players or observers are lagging out here. Yeah, so tactical ball is probably a good idea right now. I'm gonna check to see if there's anything on the background here, but I don't feel like I'm lagging because my camera's still working, so I don't think that's the issue right now. It seems fine my end.
Game
Hope
resumed.
so anyway. I always get a little bit nervous about interfering with them players like this. You know, as a caster, you always get worried, like you get your setup right and all that kind of thing, and you want it to go ahead as planned. So you're always hyper aware of things that can go wrong, but it doesn't matter. We have the battle cruisers here, and the creep isn't even in place for the queens to actually transition between the bases well enough. Now the battle cruiser is just going to float around. Going to take out 2 drones to begin with, and look, they've got Hellions as well pushing in onto the 3rd base location of Solar. So many Hellions. If you stay, if you mess this one up, a lot of damage could be done. You've got another rally there. We do have an armory as well, so we might see Hellbats. In fact, I expect to see Hellbats very shortly. And I think when Hellbats are out, I don't think there's going to be much that Solar can do. I mean, yeah, the Banelings are here as well. So I think having the Baneling nest as well is very good. But it looks like Peanut wants to actually get in on this. Solar trying to get a little bit of a wraparound with the queens there, but the armory is now done, and now we can morph into Hellbats if he wants, but actually not going to. Let's lose a couple of Hellions there. And it looks like the battlecruiser has been repelled quite nicely as well. So Solar looking alright so far. Not too many workers being killed yet, so yeah, really awesome. We're going to see Corruptors on the way for Solar as well. I mean, off 70 workers, I think it's very, very good. And as long as he doesn't lose his 4th, I feel like a lot more can be done. Just capitalizing on the economy a little bit harder there. Actually, quite a lot of workers now. I don't know where those workers went. Just double check. So 8 have gone down in total. Nothing too scary quite yet, but no, it is damage. We are going to see mech as well for Keen here. We're going to see the battle mech actually. We're going to see a few more Cyclones coming on. I think that'd be very good actually, because Cyclones do very well against Corruptors obviously, so if you start with the battle cruiser and then switch into battle mech, I feel like that's such a good rotation right there, because then these Corruptors are just basically dead weight. Alright, Krebs flying around here, just trying to see what's going on, and yeah, the Hellions are now in the middle of the map, and we are going to see Roach Ravagerling Bane here for Solar, which is an excellent decision. Roach is now being up, can get kited away quite well by these Cyclones. I mean, there are quite a few Cyclones out on the map already, so we'll see what can be done. I feel like Solar's been in such an economic lead for such a long time that you can make anything happen right now. Upgrades now just finishing up. We've got +1 attack for both missiles and melee. Hellions now just setting up in a position to try and get some damage done. Actually might find some, or at least clear the creep. We're going to see an attack on the south side as well. Yeah, indeed, here we go. Hellbats now right in that annoying little location there. But I mean, Ravagers and a few Banelings will be able to clear that quite nicely. I feel like Solar's in such control of this game right now. I mean, even this right now, looking for a wraparound of some sorts. I mean, there are Lings on the east side of the map, as well as a lot of this Zerg army moving down to the south. But as I said about Romanticide, attacking into these positions is very, very difficult without planning in advance. Oh, a huge amount of those Lings just go down there. Finding a little bit of a backline here on these siege tanks. The Hellions had to now back up, defend against that. I'm just doing a little bit of damage here, trying to find some connections.
paused.
Oh, wow. What's going on?
Game resumed.
Alright, well, if that's going to clear the lag up a little bit. So we go, rocks now being cleared. Nicely done. So, this is going to be a bit of a late game, I think. Then we've got siege tax as well. We've got cyclones. We've got hellions as well. Valkyries are now just trying to stop expansions. Yeah, I don't think it's long for this world with as many corruptors, unfortunately. Actually, well, blink back home there. Yeah, there it is. Oh, huge engagement here for Solar. Just off to the side of my screen here. A little bit of that battle mech now falling. But look, the creep is so far forward here. And he's setting up a position down here, so a little bit of a vision like area to understand where Keen's gonna go and what expansion can be made. But the siege tanks can't move that quickly, so actually, as long as this Roach Ravager sits here, we'll keep Keen contained. Fire's now coming down, trying to find connections on those Thors. Not quite gonna find it. Oh, quite a lot of this Roach Ravager now dwindling now, actually, but it doesn't matter too much because Zola is banking so much money at the moment. Now, spending upgrades more, we've got Great Aspire on the way as well. So, yeah, I feel like as time goes on, Zola's just going to pull out in lead of this, and also it's denying this area a little bit more. I mean, you do see Keen now expanding to the north side, and actually that's going to get shut down pretty quickly by the looks of it. It won't get killed, it's just get lifted up here, but still annoying, nevertheless. We'll stop the planetary at least morphing him. With Sula now pushing out onto the south side, onto the third base location of Keen. Biosuit come up, but there's only like 6 Ravagers here, and the rest are going corruptors. I mean, but 2 Thors actually go down, and a siege tank. Wow, actually a lot of damage for just a handful of Ravagers to do. That's insane. I suppose +2 is now finished, so we do expect a bit of damage. But yeah, we got 8 Broodlords on the way. We also have so many Lings, like so many Lings now being built as well. It looks going to be Broodlord Ling Bane, at least transitioning into this late game. Now we do have a Trinal on both +3 attack upgrades on the way for Solar. And the creep is still quite far forward. Now, touching the side of the base here, of the 4th base, very, very well done. I just feel like this game is so much in favor of Solar right now. But you know, this is a mech game. Anything can happen. Don't see any Vipers out yet, but we do see a lot of Broodlords. So, and they're actually going to push down. They're going to see that there's no anti-air right now. So, we go, Broodlord's pushing down, south side of the base. Going to get reinforced by a huge wave of Lings as well. That's absolutely massive. Zola pushing in, taking out the 3rd base location. A few of those Broodlords do go down, but there's so much Ling Bane behind this as well. Going to roll into the natural of Keen. Oh, this is nasty. Meanwhile, on the north side of the map, we do have Keen pushing in, saying that now's the time to attack. And these Broodlords won't be able to come home too early. In fact, I think all of them are going to die by the looks of it. 29 workers do go down, but there's going to be another base down for Solar. And Solar does have so many bases and so many workers, so much bank. I don't think this will be a problem for him. He could probably transition to pretty much anything right now. He's just going to go for more Lings by the looks of it. Got locked onto a building there. That was a bit random. Yeah, 17 workers do go down, and actually a lot of this army still exists here for Keen. And actually, I said Solo was so far ahead, but this engagement over into the natural main base, and then that attack up here means that Solo's actually just bleeding out over and over. And now the army died from that first engagement. and now just rallying with Lings. And these Lings haven't actually done a whole lot yet. I feel like this has been the wrong tech decision, maybe. Maybe Solo felt confident that he could close it out with just Lings. GG's called, and Keen just takes a massive backswing there. Just decides that now is the time to close out the game, and does so.